Got this set up. We're gonna go into Greenshare. All right, go ahead, Morris. Click the little shortcut button up there. All right, you're gonna use your email address. It should be mmorris@villagegreen.com. Or MMAC. Sorry.
Well, down there and check myself later today. I can give you a call at the end of the day. But again, you know, we did it as a courtesy. After you turn in keys, everything gets trashed out. Luckily,
GREE.
hadn't done that already yet, since you have turned in keys. But I can definitely go back and check myself if that makes you feel more comfortable.
.com. And then you, whatever your email password is what you use to log in.
Okay. Just to make sure. Yeah, showing everybody my password.
You can't see it. Alright, you log in. So there's a couple different things in here. So if you go over here to where the dashboards are, you can actually go into these dashboards, and you're gonna have to sign in again with your email. Sorry. Go ahead. .com. Alright. And then your password. Alright.
Sure, I will do so.
So then we get in here.
No problem.
So it didn't work. Did you get that email from Dan Melton? And on your thing? Alright, so let's go home right quick. So we'll go over the dashboard stuff tomorrow once I get to the link. But we actually want to go back to just regular Greenshare. So in here you have your development programs, you got onboarding and development checklists, you got your VG learning resources, you got Ignite, which you can put your ideas in, you can put your experiences in. So anytime I say submit an incident report, if someone gets hurt, water infiltration, you'll go in here, you'll fill this out, you put all your information in and you'll submit it. Any pictures that's in there you'll attach. But you can also go to like resources, and you can go through all this other stuff. And you can go through the portfolio and regional office list. So there in here, there's a development list, there's an emergency list, there's a regional office phone, and there's VGM proto manuals. Their associate handbook is in there, as well as your operations manual. Forms, you can type anything in here. So, for instance, if you type up turnover tracking log, right, for your make ready stuff, and you search it, everything that has to do with that is going to come up. The turnover process, the maintenance app, facilities management forms. So you can actually go into facility management forms right here, and every form that goes to facilities is in here. You see that?
Yep, I think that's
so.
Cool.
Your monthly service request, your daily, your turnover tracking log, your master PM schedule, your program schedules, your pool opening and closing checklists, your cleaning schedules, your facilities inventory and equipment lists, your short form contract. So if you want to see what a short form contract is for painting scopes, they're in there. If you want to see what a landscaping and snow removal contract is, that's in there. Your invitation to bid. So if you're giving contractors, you want to get new contractors in on the property, you would send them an invitation to bid. You got facilities weather logs. You got your purchase order stuff in there. So there's just water infiltration log. Every form related to facilities is right here.
Gotcha.
Now you can also go to departments, and you can go to facilities right here. right? So this is a facilities calendar. So you see life safety training webinar. All right, so that is, you click on it, right? And that is on 12/18 at 12 o'clock Eastern, which would be 11, and it is by Thomas Hag. So you can actually go in there and you can sign up for that class. The other thing is when you look at the facilities training catalog, you see on meter training, right? So you click on that. In the description, contact Daryl Manco, right? Because I'm going to be teaching you this here anyway.
These contractor invoices they give me, what would you think?
Becky gets those.
Becky, okay, perfect.
So then you can look and see facilities tips and tricks. And what do you know? Protecting toilet installs, shop safety, garbage disposals, HVAC, pressure washing, cleaning coils, seizing fan motors. So if you have a way of doing something faster, you can come in here, you can add new discussion, you can add the facilities tips and tricks in there. But another big thing in here is to actually be able to go to your operations manual. So anytime you have a question and I'm not like able to call you right then and there, you can actually come in here and you can go into any of this. So for facilities and maintenance, let's just click that. You can go into the standards, facility service standards, and everything that we're supposed to be doing is in here, right?
Right.
There's all your little logs that have to go inside your binder. But then you can also go back to, let's see, let's go to properties. And you can scroll all the way down to where Sanserina is, which is probably on page 2. Or priority 3.
Properties, huh?
Yep. Alright, so Sanserina. Alright, so you see right here where it has Sanserina, you actually have a collaboration portal. So you can click on that. Right? And you can go into all of this stuff that was submitted into the collaboration portal. And you can look at budget 2019 bids. And then you can go into turnover, tracking law, painting, cleaning. So this is all the stuff that we were working on with bids. So let's go to capital, right? And let's say uplighting. Or you can go into just regular maintenance. So there's all these folders collected for when we actually do so dog park, water feature. So all this stuff had documents in it. So anytime you want to share something with the property and you want everyone else to have access into it, you can come over here to the Sanserina collaboration portal and you can put it in there. It's pretty cool. Some of it you might not have access to, but majority of everything, everyone should be able to look at the budget and know what their budget is or what they have for their categories and everything else. So Sanserina calendar. It's something that we need to start utilizing more. You know, anytime you have any days off or any of that other stuff, you need to start putting it in here. That way, in the event that someone's reaching out to you, and they can look in the calendar and see that you're not here. Alright. So let's get out of that. But that's kind of how you search for that. What else do you want to see in here? So there was.
They say like updates to the handbook, like as far as holidays and even stuff for this year.
Yeah, all that's in here. So your associate handbook, And there's the operations manual updates. See? Anytime a policy changes or anything goes in, it all goes in here. Now I want you to just get from, it's alright to play around in here for a little bit, man. VG learning resources, right? We talked about Kingsley, Assurant, Paylease for Analytics, UltiPro, Nexus, right? We talked about all this stuff. So there's all kind of other information. So the education schedule, right? That's a good one to go into because it shows the date and the times where all the classes are, right?
Alright.
So this is for the whole year. You can go in here, you can see where your classes are, you can see what you have to schedule.
Yes, everything's good. I just wanted to touch base with him.
You can see who teaches the class, when they're teaching the class.
1634.
And there's a lot of useful information right here at your fingertips. So sometimes when you don't know the answer to something, the easiest thing you could do is come into Greenshare and look for it first. Because when you call me, I'm going to say, Morris, have you looked in Greenshare yet? You're going to say no. And I'm going to say, well, you need to check there first, and if you can't find it, let me know. And then if I don't have the answer, I'm going to go into Greenshare and I'm going to look for it. And then if I don't know the answer to it still, then I'm going to reach out for help as well. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's say...
Because sometimes they'll say it's been delivered, then they'll bring it back by with the next couple days. Sometimes that happens a lot.
Can you log into your email right quick?
So sometimes
you should have got an email from Dan Melton about being able to log into the dashboard. So I want to see from your email, you have to do it on a computer.
Okay.
I want to see if from your email you're able to actually access the dashboard or not.
Dan?
Yeah.
Daniel Milton?
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday he said that.
All right.
It's official. You're not active user on your dashboard. Thank you.
Mike.
To those who work.
All right. So right here where it says Dan, let's look for it right quick. And anytime I send updates and stuff, I usually tend to send all these to your email. Right? I'll physically tell you, but I'll also will tell you in person as well. All right.
I received your email.
So you see where this is right here? There's really not a link in here for you to get into, but you see how it says Southwest Region. Let's click it. Oh, so see, you do have access to it. So you'll have to refer to the email in order to get in because there's not a link. And then you can see facilities. Right, now you have access to everything I had access to too. You can go into your work order request date. You're going to have to change it from region, and you're going to have to probably choose Southwest. You are going to have to choose Southwest, right? And then anything you want to know about Santorina. All right. So we've completed 3,057 work orders this year. Right now you guys got, well, as of Thursday of last week, you have 31 in process. You have 2 scheduled. You've called 1 contractor. Now, if you want to adjust the dates for the time range, you see how that says 12/6 is like 2017. You could change it in 2018, and we can look from December 1st to, let's do December 5th. Right.
Okay.
So this is December 6th. It needs to say December 1st. It says 2018. All right. All right.
Thursday is an update.
It updates each Thursday. So let's go back to the report. And then you can kind of compare yourself, right? You can go into LVO and you can look at everyone else. But what I really want you to do is focus on the actual complex you're at. All right. So let's go back to home. And we're going to go back into facilities. And we are going to look at requests by day of week. And we're going to go to Southwest region again. And let's look at it. So, Saturday and Sundays are the 2 days where you guys receive most of your work orders aren't put in, right? So now we have someone working a full day Saturday and Sunday. Look, so you got 2,280 and 2,129. So all the work orders that are coming in on Saturday and Sunday are getting put in on Monday and Tuesday, and it's bogging us down for the whole week. That's why we made the decision to have someone work a full day Saturday and Sunday and take off Tuesday and Wednesday. That way, more of the work orders that are on Monday and Tuesday are being done on the weekend, as we want to offer better customer service, get our Kingsley scores up. But across the board, it's also going to help us with our Kingsley scores, but it's also going to help us with our productivity. So look at Sunday. You got 211 work orders that are submitted on Sundays compared to 610 that are submitted on Mondays. Right? It doesn't make sense. There's 3 times more work orders that are inputted on Monday instead of the weekend. Like I said, this is kind of just where we're getting our information. That's how we look at it. Then you can also go to your make readies that are in here and see make ready status. And let's hit Southwest. And let's hit Santorina. Alright. So it shows your average days vacant, it shows your max days vacant, and it shows you how many units are not ready after 10 days. So this number right here is definitely what we have to work on. We need to get that down to where every actual turn is done between 5 and 7 days after they're moving out. Especially because we're trying to push for occupancy. The number one thing we could do is give them product to show, but we have to give them good product to show.
Alright.
So then you can come in here and you can also get into Kingsley, which I want you guys to focus on getting into Kingsley. Alright. And then we go in here and let's look at it. So let's change the region to Southwest. Alright. And let's change the property to Santorina. Alright, and look. Alright, so we were doing alright. We were trailing at 4.27 in April, June, July, August. But look what happened in September, October, and November. Right? Compared to what was happening. So the green line right here is what happened in 2017. We're on an uphill climb. Now we're on like a roller coaster. So what changed in between June, July, and August compared to September, October, and November? Don't answer it. I know your answer. Just don't. But that's where you had to focus. You see that we're currently down right here, but we used to be up here. Right.
Be above average.
So now you can physically get in here and you can see it and you can focus on what you need to fix. So overall impression of the community is 4.27. Management satisfaction is 3.85. Maintenance overall satisfaction is 3.76. So me, because I focus on maintenance a lot, I'm like, where did we go wrong? Right? What can we do to get that score up? Do we stay an hour extra? Do we help take that package up to the resident? Do we prioritize our work orders to make sure they're done with 24 hours? Do we make sure their moving experience is great? What do we do to actually focus on maintenance to make that number go up? A lot of it is getting stuff done on time, having parts for your work orders, and also being able to follow up with the residents is going to be the key factors in getting that Kingsley score up. But now you can come in here without having to email me or ask me, Daryl, how are we doing? You're able to come in here and see it for yourself. And then you can empower yourself to make them decisions and do better. Right?
Alright.
So it's not coming down from me anymore. Now you can come in here and you can look at it and you're like, okay, we're doing really good or we're not doing good enough. And what can I do on my end to make it better? That's how I want you to start thinking. What can I do to improve my Kingsley scores? What can I do to improve my performance? What can I do to inspire the people around me? You know, Tom Hag always talks about how will I be remembered, right? So, how are you going to be remembered tomorrow? Or how are you going to be remembered today?
Her daughter has her. She said she's had
Hopefully, I want to be remembered for helping people and being a decent person. And
I just came back here to look to see if she was
making an impact.
But do we charge?
Right, but how are you going to make the impact? How are you going to, so looking at these numbers right now, we see that we've been on a downhill slide, but we're going to get better, right? We're not going to drop no more. We're going to continue to set this tone every single day, and you're going to check on these at least once or twice a week, okay? I want you physically in here, getting your hands on it, looking at it, and then as well with the other guys, we want everyone on facilities should be in here looking at it, right?
And when we have, we're conscious of what's going on.
You can be.
If we see improvement, we need to continue.
Yeah, you can see what works and what don't. So I wanted to get this in here for you, and I wanted you to get your eyes on it today. You have any more questions about any of this? So the facilities, I mean, even if you wanted to get into like Lee's Hawk and you wanted to see everything that they do on their end, you can get in there and look at all that too. Just so you understand how their job works. Right? But then they're going to get in there and they're going to look at it so they can understand how your job works. But this is all the data that's meant to streamline everything and help us improve, right? The data tells the story of what's trending, what's happening. And if you don't dive into the data, we're not going to know how to fix it. So you guys all have access to this now. And going forward, Morris, I want you to be a leader on this team, right? I want them to look at you and be like, okay, Morris is doing it. If Morris is doing it, I'm going to do it too, right? It only takes one.
Lead by example.
You got to lead by example. All right. Is there any other questions you have about Greenshare or the dashboards?
Nah, everything.
Everything's at your fingertips.
Yeah, they made it very convenient. I think that's pretty cool.
All right. All right, guys. Well, that's my training with Morris. I am still going to meet with each team member on the sites, and I'm going to go through this training one-on-one with them so they know how to get in.